Hello and welcome. This is the Street View interview show. I'm Dave Green. I'm here with Tony Marrese, and he's a stand-up comedian, and he's also just brought out a new podcast called The Funk Phenomena with Gary Coleman, so check that out. It's very funny. So we're going to go to the first place, which is where you grew up.
Yes, Hermitage Road. That's where I grew up, and that big house
This is you.
there. My dad used to manage that once upon a time, and it was full of mad people. I just have to say it was just full
Mad
of crackheads basically. My dad used to look after for this. A guy tried to stab my old man, and the guy who owned it was called David Landowner.
You serious?
Yeah, he was. He was from New York, and this Irish guy went mental, and he had a big kitchen knife, and he went to stab my old man, and my old man smacked him around the head of a broom. Then he stabbed David Landowner, but he hit him in the wallet.
Are you serious?
Yeah. His wallet, because there's so much money in it, it saved his life. Yeah. And then another bloke come in called Peter Chmielowski, and bear hugged the Irish guy, and sent him unconscious and saved them, basically saved their bacon. He used to work for my dad, and he was a Polish powerlifter, and then shortly after, he started working with my old man, or maybe a few months later, he disappeared, and he was on Crime Watch.
Serious?
And he was like wanted for abducting this woman and her baby.
Yeah. Oh my god, man! And you had him in your house?
Yeah, and he was watching A-Team with us only about a week earlier.
So let's go to the next place. This is your favourite place in the world. The back of this guy's head.
It's my favourite place, Venice, just because of its incredible, amazing amount of design and art that it contains. I mean, it's not my favourite place in the world in terms of I'd like to live there, but it's my favourite all-round place because it's basically like walking back in time in real life. So it's like a time tunnel kind of experience because there isn't any cars there as such. So you're just looking at people and buildings, and it's quite easy to transport yourself. I mean, it's only the clothes that give it away. Yeah. It's just, an amazing place on our planet.
Let's go to the next place. This is your least favourite place in the world.
Where is it? Tamworth. Tamworth is disgusting, and no, it's only because of my experience of it. I don't, I'm sure it's a very nice place, full of very nice people buying very nice books.
There's one.
Look at her.
What happened here?
Well, I made this garden show once for this heinous company called Ocean Finance, and we went to Tamworth because that's where they were based. And the guy who picked us up, he was like, "Get in the mortar, get in the mortar." And he was really like that. It was me, the producer, and the cameraman, and some other kind of runner. We all got in. He's going, "Fantastic! We'll have a little tour around. We'll go a little drive around, see what we can see. I'll show you the sights." And one of the things he showed us was a mound. We went past this kind of like little hill, and he was going, "That's where I lost my virginity on that little hill over there." I was thinking,
bit of local interest.
Poor mule.
Amazing.
And then he said later on that night we was going out to eat, and he said Tamworth's got the worst food in all of the United Kingdom. It's disgusting. Every place is disgusting. I thought he just had a little bit of banter because he was a bit mad, but he was right. He goes, he took us to the best place, and it was literally some of the worst food I'd ever eaten. I left the whole meal. I don't know if he kind of set it up almost. Yeah. It was disgusting, and then I just ordered 2 desserts and had 2 kind of apple crumbles instead. It was really nasty. So I haven't got a great memory, and I'm sure it's actually the complete polar opposite of that. Actually, I'm not sure at all. It looks like a shithole.
So the next place. This is your happy memory.
This is just from a few weeks ago.
Is it?
Yeah. So this is Marseille, Port of Marseille. So basically, I was on a cruise ship doing comedy, and I managed to get my wife and youngest kid a ticket to come with me as well, so we just had to get the flights, and they came along for a holiday. And we was on this ship, and everything was going fine. But on that on the first night, on the Tuesday, they were having a lifeboat drill, and one of the lifeboats kind of fell off the side of the ship, and a guy died.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and it was all over.
And this is your happy memory?
Yeah, but I'll tell you why.
Anyway, next place.
No, but the thing is, so that happened, and the captain had to announce it over the kind of the tannoy, and it was like really sombre on the ship, and then that night I had to do my first gig in the 1400
Oh my lord!
seaters, and I was going through my material thing, and I had a great lifeboat set of gags as well, and I had to cross them out, and I was like, oh, no, not my top lifeboat. I was thinking, maybe I should do it. I thought, no, I probably shouldn't. So I did that gig, and I was really worried that, because of what happened in the day. It was my first time in that theatre. Normally I do that room, normally I do and it went really well, and a few people came up to me during after the show, and then quite a few the next day, saying that it helped lift the mood.
Yeah.
And it was
great,
great.
Man.
So
Nice.
that's why. So I thought I'd put
nice.
a recent memory in.
Yeah, that's
rather
a good
than like
comedy memory.
Yeah.
All right, next place. This is a place that you find peaceful, and I think we're in Thailand.
That's just basically in the middle of a field of.
Yeah.
corn
I tried
or
to
something.
pick the most peaceful place I could find.
It just looks like someone's going to come running out of that bush with a machete, going, ah! And I'm going to go, Dave, I told you
I
don't
thought
come
this was
way.
peaceful.
You could have put something like the Sleeping Buddha, maybe, Dave. Or,
Oh yeah.
Instead of that could be anywhere. That could be like Dorset. I like Thailand. It's just got very simply. The reason is there's cheap sex with no strings attached,
And that's peaceful.
Dave,
In this field.
Dave, look, Dave, 1,000 holes. But no, I like it because it's very beautiful, Thailand. The food is brilliant, and the people are really very friendly. The climate's amazing. Everyone I know who's been there has had a really nice time, and I met lots of people that moved out there, and I know people that have moved out there, and it's just a good place on the planet. It's one of those places where the ley lines kind of converge, and it's got a good energy about it.
So next place. So this is the last place, New York City. And this was a place that you wanted to go but have never been.
I've been almost there a couple of times, and then things have come up. I've kind of got a little bit, just through kind of exposure to media and life and culture, I've got kind of a little bit of New York in me, weirdly. I've fooled people from Brooklyn thinking that I'm from Brooklyn.
You feel like you know it so well, don't you? Just because you've seen it in every film
and I'm
ever.
sure this is not particularly unusual. I'm sure many people feel this way because we've seen it in so many soaps, so many kind of cop dramas, movies.
Yeah, it must be the most filmed place on the world.
Must be, yeah. I mean, I could have picked something a bit more spiritual, meaningful.
Oh, no.
I picked the anus of the devil, haven't I? Really. But it's great. It's got a great stand-up history, New York.
Well, that's like the birthplace, pretty much, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of a dialect of stand-up comedy.
So that was the last place.
Maybe we should go, Dave.
Now I'm going to zoom out. Whoa.
Dave, I'm scared of
This
heights.
is the end.
Slowly, mate.
Brilliant. So that's it. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you, Tony.